Craziest liars on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil has had his fair share of people who've tried to lie to him, but after many years of experience, he can easily differentiate the truth from a lie. Today we count down 10 of the craziest liars on this show. Let us know which among them was the most obvious. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Let's get it going. 10. Leanna and Erica. Leanna and Erica started stripping when they were 17 and 18 years old, and their family was concerned that they'd only get worse. They lied to protect each other and get out of any trouble. Their grandmother described them as pretty little liars. If you've watched that show, you'll understand exactly what she meant.
My granddaughters are pretty little liars.
Leanna and Erica lied to the police about their names, and they also tried to lie at a club to get Erica a job. They were arrested for stripping topless and theft, claims which they denied until Dr. Phil persisted. They also denied knowingly getting into a car with a registered sex offender. Leanna and Erica said that the media exaggerated their story, which may be true, but their appearance on the show made things worse because it proved they were liars. The grandmother tried to tell them that they'd face the consequences for their constant lies, but the two wouldn't change. The next guest fabricated lies about her parents to move out of the house even though she was already 18 and could comfortably move out. 9. Tiffany. As soon as Tiffany became a teenager, she started having issues with her mother, and they stopped getting along. She decided to get back at her mom and did the most shocking thing. Tiffany called child services and told them that her parents had locked her in a dog's kennel.
I was locked in a dog kennel.
She also got bruises from cheerleading and claims that her parents inflicted the injuries. Tiffany moved out of the houses and lived at a friend's house for over 8 months.
And I lived with one of my best friends for about 8 months.
Her mother, Jennifer, called her and told Tiffany that she was free to move back in with them, but Tiffany was convinced that her parents didn't love her. Jennifer and her husband still loved their child and even bought her a car worth $6,000, and she sold it for $2,000. What a loss. Tiffany lied to her teachers that she was homeless, and they raised money for her out of pity. During an interview with Dr. Phil, Tiffany admitted why she hated her mother. Apparently, she couldn't live the way Jennifer lived when she was her age.
I wasn't as good as her when she was my age, and so...
Which isn't a good enough reason to tell all the lies about her mom. A woman on Dr. Phil couldn't give up her sister's daughters because they took care of her, and not the other way around. How evil. 8. Christy. Trisha lost custody of her children when she got arrested and went to jail. The state gave her sister Christy custody of the 2 daughters. Trisha and her brother Mark had reason to believe that the children suffered under the care of her sister. She made them do all the house chores, they never went out to meet their friends, and Christy controlled how much they ate. However, Christy claimed that she wasn't a terrible guardian, even though her brother insisted that she mistreated the children and refused to give them back to their mother. Christy's brother described her as a pathological liar. He claimed that Christy once appeared before a judge with her pillow tucked under her clothes and said that she was pregnant.
With a pillow tucked under her shirt and lied to the judge.
They also believed that Christy was an alcoholic and treated Trisha like she had a restraining order against her. She denied all the claims. While on the show, her speech was slurry, an indication that she was either drunk or lying through her teeth. A couple that is desperate to get children would go to unreasonable measures to get a child without realizing potential con schemes. 7. Audrey. Audrey posed as a surrogate mother to get out of a financial situation. The plan was to get a deposit and walk away, but one tiny little lie led to another until she couldn't stop. She signed up to be a surrogate and got a willing couple. They agreed on a $10,000 arrangement, and the couple didn't ask many questions about her health background. They'd give her a $2,500 deposit and pay her $833 every month. She even sent them pictures of her child and told them that they were from a previous surrogacy arrangement.
Of my kids and pretended that was a previous surrogacy that I had done.
Audrey downloaded a contract from the internet and met the couple to seal the deal. They gave her Peter's specimen, but Audrey threw it away as soon as she walked out of the hotel. She intended to call them after 3 weeks and say that the pregnancy didn't work, but she ran out of money. Audrey told the couple she was pregnant and planned to tell them that she had a miscarriage after about 4 months. Audrey cried throughout the interview and asked for forgiveness, but it was hard for anyone to believe her after all the lies she told. Before having a guest on the show, Dr. Phil does his research and his homework to make sure that situations are approached from the best possible angle. 6. Brittany. Brittany claimed that someone else needed help, while in reality, she also needed assistance. She didn't know that Dr. Phil had contacted her friend, and when he said he'd read an email from the friend, Brittany asked for a timeout. Shocking. She threatened to walk out, and true to her word, a few seconds later, she walked off the stage.
Because I don't
No,
do
no,
this. Yep.
you need to listen to me.
No, I don't.
She had the option of accepting Dr. Phil's help or going to jail for her many lies and manipulations. Dr. Phil was merciful enough to follow her backstage because there were 2 warrants for Brittany's arrest and he wanted to help her. He lost his nerve when he got tired of being manipulated, and Brittany agreed to sit down with him. Brittany lied about being pregnant to different men and conned them. She falsified documents and presented them in court, and also lied to Dr. Phil and his staff. She finally admitted that she lied to the various men about pregnancies and falsified birth certificates. Eerie. 5. Marna. Kristen claimed that her mother couldn't be trusted because she lied about things which sane people wouldn't lie about. Marna told her different family members that she had 4 different cancers, and she lied about being employed at a hospital. When Kristen asked her mom about the diseases, she got upset and changed information about her appointments and doctors. Marna also had a fiancé who didn't know that she was an alcoholic or that she'd ever been to prison. She was also arrested several times for drinking under the influence and was facing a second charge for embezzlement. Marna had to face her fiancé and come clean about all the lies she told, including picking his valuable items and selling them at a pawn shop. Marna pawned the items because she needed to prove that she was on employment to her fiancé. He suspected that Marna lied to him on different occasions, but she always stuck to her lies when confronted with a comment. Mark was angry, but he was also willing to forgive his lying girlfriend and even help her get the help she needed. 4. Mercedes. Mercedes claims that she inherited over $5 million from her grandfather and forged a check to support her claim. She told people that her ex, Andrew, was shot and paralyzed, yet there was no hole or scar on his head, and he could walk perfectly fine. Mercedes said that her ex threatened to take her kids and her life. She also lied about paying for the house which her ex lived in and raising the children. There's more. Mercedes lied about being an escort for over 7 years and told her ex that she was only a stripper until he found a video of her with another man in his house. Andrew was convinced that Mercedes only accepted to appear on the show to get attention. She started by announcing Andrew's past and then revealed other shocking news. She cheated on her husband when he was deployed in Afghanistan, and she also slept with Andrew's family member. Andrew didn't seem bothered, but all he wanted was child support from Mercedes because she was supposedly earning over $1,000 from escorting. The problem was, by the time she appeared on the show, she had no money, so she probably also lied about how much she got from escorting. The first thing a liar says when they're caught is, "I'm not lying." Let's have a look at a mother who tried to blame her tribulations on her doctors. 3. Erica. Erica had a previous problem with anorexia before she overcame it, but not successfully. A while later, she relapsed, and doctors told her that she had 5 months to live if she continued with the trend. It was sad news for the mother of 3 to hear. Dr. Phil reviewed her medical records and discovered that her story wasn't adding up. Erica told Dr. Phil that doctors were scared that her heart would stop, but different medical records indicated that she was well-nourished and perfectly normal. Another record indicated that her lab work was remarkable and her heart was excellent. Her anxiety had gone down and she had gained more weight. Dr. Phil didn't understand how a doctor told her she had 5 months to live when her body was functioning normally. Either Erica or the doctors were lying, and we can bet that it wasn't the doctors. Anyone would be lucky to have a group of friends who would go to the extremes to make sure they are loved. Megan had such friends. Then she broke their hearts. 2. Megan. Megan was going through a rough patch when she lost 4 children within 1 year. One day her stepmom called her and she broke the sad news of her cancer diagnosis. She later informed her close friends, and news of her cancer spread to other people. Her friends shaved their heads and raised money for Megan to support her. They were devastated when they found out that Megan lied about the diagnosis. All the emotions and all the sacrifices that they went through were all in vain. Some had tattoos done on their shaved heads in support of Megan. As much as she did the most horrible thing, one of her friends went to Dr. Phil's show and encouraged her to live past the ordeal. Lies could easily land innocent people in trouble and in some cases, jail time they don't deserve. That was the case for the next victims of fabricated lies. I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it. It really works. 1. Allie. The list of Allie's lies is endless. You could say the word lie is in her name. She lied about pregnancies, miscarriages, sexual assaults, and death in the family.
Being pregnant, having miscarriages, having babies, deaths in the family, being raped by multiple guys.
Allie said that her aunt and uncle died in the Missouri tornado, which was a lie. She also said that her biological dad was blind, had amnesia, and died. Also a lie. Her stepdad wasn't spared when it came to the lies. Allie said that Mike shoved her down the stairs and she lost a baby as a result. She also called Mike's pastor and said that he'd beaten a kitten to death. Jeez. If Allie told them it was raining, they'd go to the window to confirm because nothing true came out of her mouth. The worst of her lies was when she accused her stepdad of sexually harassing her, and the claim landed both Ruth and Mike in jail. Mike could face up to 4 years in prison and registration as a sex offender for the rest of his life. When Dr. Phil went through the series of lies, Allie said she couldn't remember any of it, and she had no idea why she told the lies. Thanks for watching, and have an excellent day.